So you want to build a website, but you're not sure whether to use Webflow or WordPress. Well, today I'll compare each platform to help you decide for yourself what works best for you in your particular case. I'm Titus and I run my own web design agency. We personally use Webflow for our designs and developments, but in this video I'm going to give an honest review of each. So to start with, the setup for each platform, Webflow definitely takes the edge. It's got an easy tutorial setup, it's mostly intuitive, and the whole point of it is built around a non-developer's mindset. Whereas Webflow, there's a lot of steps that you need to run through for yourself. You do need basic coding knowledge and some sort of familiarity with plugins. Now setup-wise, Webflow was better, but to use it, WordPress does take the edge. Once you do have it all set up and have it all in place, it is much easier to use. As you had to set it up all yourself, you're more familiar with the software and thus it makes it easier for you to navigate. Whereas with Webflow, you still got the CMS, which is a bit clunky, but there are constant updates being made where Webflow is improving in that section quite a lot. Now moving on to customization. WordPress is much better to do with customization. Because of how many plugins there are available and what you can use, the ability to customize your website is extraordinary. If you're a really good developer or you know a really good developer, they will be able to create that vision for your website that you've created. You could talk about 3D animations, you could talk about the way the screen moves. All these complex different elements with a very high skilled developer will mean you have a very customizable website. All this about WordPress isn't to say that Webflow isn't good. As Webflow is a no-code software builder, the design is easy to customize, of course, but there are just a few limitations with it. Along with the customization, the themes and templates available on Webflow are around 2,000 compared to WordPress where there are over 11,000. And those 11,000 are free, and then they even have more premium options which you can buy. The main strength of WordPress is the blogging feature. WordPress started out as a blogging platform and then developed into a website builder. Again, Webflow does offer good blogging services, but because WordPress started out as a blogging platform, it is just so much better in that sense. So again, it depends on what you want to achieve with your website. So if it is a blog page, WordPress is the one for you. Now we can move on to SEO, a big part of what I believe is important for every single website. With Webflow, it's mainly automated. It's got built-in software to help you with the SEO optimization. It will save you a lot of time, but that does not mean it's necessarily better. The customization for SEO is a bit limited. But with WordPress, on the other hand, we can reference back to the plugins and the features that are available with WordPress, and you can really level up your SEO game with keywords, reliability, and so much more. So if you're looking for a website to rank really well, WordPress would be the site again for you. But again, that does not mean Webflow isn't good. I'm just highlighting which would be better suited for you and your company or whatever you're looking to do for a website. Now, if security is a big deal for you, Webflow is a lot better compared to WordPress. It's all built into the software package, so you don't need to worry about anything. It's all done for you, and it's a thought that you don't have to think about, and you can be left alone and you know you're protected. With Webflow, you have to do a bit more work similar to the setup because you have to put in different integrations and plugins. You have to put in the work in yourself, and most of those plugins do come with an extra cost. So that was just a quick run through of a quick comparison, but now I'll go into more depth of what each platform is and how it can be more beneficial to use each one. So like I said, Webflow is a lot easier to set up. The bot tutorial walks you through everything, how to design elements. Even Webflow YouTube channel gives you so much insight in how to make changes to the website, how to add different links, how to add different elements. And the tutorial really does just give you everything that you need because everything is in one place. And that is why we love Webflow so much, because with WordPress, you can make a free page, but then you need to pay for hosting and domain. So it's all from different sections put into one, whereas Webflow is all in one place and it's all ready for you. If you're someone who's not that tech savvy, Webflow is a lot more accessible. This would be perfect for people that have never built a website before. If you're either using a template or even starting your website from scratch, all the different containers and elements that I mentioned previously make it very easy to design and just finish your website in a matter of weeks. And again, the main point, the coding. As I mentioned earlier on with the comparison of blogging, WordPress is just a site to be if you're a blogger. It was literally built for that purpose when it first started. The Webflow CMS package, which makes it easy to upload blogs, but still not compared to how good the blogs are on WordPress. One key point if you do struggle with your website is that Webflow does offer customer support, whereas WordPress doesn't. And if you are designing a website by yourself, that might be something you want to consider. Because with WordPress, it might feel like you're just left in the dark, not knowing what to do, and might leave quite a few mistakes in your website and just not optimize it. And again, people might not click on it, and then you wasted all your time to generate this good website, but with mistakes, and people just aren't interested in it. Now, if you have your own agency, Webflow is better to collaborate with external parties. Say you're creating a website and you need a developer after you've got a design ready. You're able to give access to those developers to access your site, to make the changes, and you don't have to share any login details. It's more safe, it's more secure. Whereas WordPress, you do have to share your details. You can't collaborate with other people. So again, the security option on Webflow is much better, which I did mention earlier in the video. And I'll go back to a point very quickly with the blog posting. If you have a marketing team, or if you're looking to get a marketing team, WordPress would be better because it is made for content, it's made for blogs, and it's made for other resources. So it just highlights that point really clearly that if you're constantly adding to your website and constantly adding content, WordPress would be the site for you. Now, plugins are a very big big thing because they can help change your website in so many different ways. Like I said, if you want to have 3D animations on your website, WordPress would be the site because of all the plugins available. That's the biggest limitation for Webflow, because you can't design a website a way you might envision it to be. On the WordPress plugin directory, there's over 60,000 plugins. So imagine how many different things you can add to your website to make it look better, to make it perform better, even SEO wise, as mentioned earlier. You're able to integrate so many different plugins to give you different insights into what will actually help your company. But again, it depends on your capabilities and what you can do. If you're just starting out and don't know any code, Webflow has it all in one. Whereas WordPress, if you have the skills and capabilities, you'll be able to perform and make a nicer looking website, which might perform better, who knows. So the final question, Webflow or WordPress, which should you choose? Well, Webflow is the right choice for you if whoever is building the website has little to no coding experience, if you want to get a website up and running quickly and easily, if you want to make custom design changes to your website without having to call a developer, if you're working with other people and need collaboration, Webflow would be great because you can add other freelancers and agencies to your collaboration list to work on the project at the same time. And like I said, if you're still new, still with little experience, and you sometimes need that help, customer support will always be there for you. Now, WordPress would be the right choice for your website if you have coding experience or you have the budget to hire a very experienced developer. If you want to host a blog or plan content for your website regularly, if you have a team of marketers who will regularly contribute to your website, and if you have that existing knowledge and experience of tech that you want to integrate into your website to make it just look wow. So I hope I gave you a quick insight in this video of what platform would be best for you. Of course, everyone's different, everyone's needs are different. So make sure to make even more research to make sure you're using the right platform, because once you choose one, you get familiar with it, you're not going to want to change in the future. So like and subscribe as always. I post every week, so be sure to be back next week, and I'll see you there.